In episode 10 of HigeHiro, we learned a lot of important details. We learned why Sayu's mother didn't really love Sayu like that. We learned that Yoshida really cares, even though we already knew. We learned that Yoshida really cares about Sayu. We also learned Hashimoto cares just as much about Yoshida as does anybody because they're best friends, right? So you always care for the well-being of your best friend. You always notice when things go wrong. The important thing was that Sayu's brother, Issei, sat down with Yoshida and they had a great talk about all the things that went on in Sayu's life and how it led to this. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, more than I thought I would. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Damo Senpai, and I'm here to talk about episode 10 of HigeHiro. It was a great episode. Clearly, you guys knew what it was when you seen the title. So, do you guys like the new thumbnail style? I've been testing stuff out on Twitch. My Twitch is in the description below. I've been streaming a lot more. Grey Rook pulled up, which was pretty fucking tight. Shout out to Grey Rook. And yeah, man, it's just been quite the ride. I now have a month extension to focus on content. I repeat, I have a month extension to focus on content, so let's get it cracking. Let's go harder than we've ever gone. Let's stream more than we've ever streamed. Let's do more than we've ever done. This is the most important time to get things done. So if you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below and hit that link in the description or the red subscribe button. Either one to help me towards that cause of becoming a full-time content creator. Y'all know I want it just as much as anybody at this point in time. So instead of wasting time, let's get to the real deal. Yoshida has been feeling distraught ever since he learned the fact that Sayu was leaving, that she had to leave. He didn't want to show it because he didn't want it to come off as weird. But that sit down with Issei was hella important because we learned about Issei and Sayu's pops dipping off on them at a young age. He was a fan of affairs. He just loved being out here in these streets. Tried to force Sayu's mom to have an abortion. And this is the tricky part, right? Because he tried to get her to have an abortion and she said no in hopes that he would stick around. And then with him not sticking around and dipping, Sayu's mom forced a lot of her aggression and all of that onto Sayu. And Issei said it hurt him to see the fact that Sayu, she was so happy and so energetic as a kid. And then when she learned that her mom didn't really love her and despised her at that because of what it reminded her of, her smile and everything just dissipated. That's how you know Issei is an older brother, right? Us as older brothers, we care about everything that goes on with our younger siblings a little bit too much. We're protective as hell. It's almost like we're a third parent, depending on how many parents are in the household. So in the case of Issei, it was just him, his mom, and Sayu, and he was forced to be sort of like a father figure to Sayu, but it didn't work that way. That whole situation was just an eyesore to learn about. And I think that struck a chord with Yoshida and made him not want to let her go for real, because if you've seen how he was acting the entire time Sayu was having the conversation about, I'm so happy that I met you. If it wasn't for you, I probably would still be out here sleeping with other dudes all the time trying to find a place to stay. Seeing Sayu accept a lot of what's going on, a lot of what's happened. She's not running away. She's gonna go face her fears. But the fact that she has to face it alone, I think that was the one thing that Yoshida could not let slide. Which is why when Mishima brought up going to Hokkaido with Sayu, Yoshida saw it as weird, but he was probably thinking about it, just to be honest, right? The funniest thing about all of what was going on was the fact that we saw Hashimoto just there, right? And we know that Hashimoto is Yoshida's best friend, right? So he knows everything about him. He knows when things are wrong. He knows when Yoshida is feeling down. He knows when all that's going on. That's why he was trying to get Yoshida to go have lunch. That's why he was trying to get Yoshida to go have a drink, because he could see that Yoshida was brooding over the fact that Sayu has to leave and that he doesn't want to let her go back to such a cold environment because it's probably not going to change anything. That's what Yoshida had to be honest with himself about, is understanding the fact that once you let her go, you don't know what's going to happen. You care so much about her well-being that you don't want to let her go back to the environment that caused her all this pain and try to face it by herself just to more than likely get shot down by her mom. That's gonna be a fucking terror to see, especially with how traumatic that experience was for Sayu, seeing her best friend kill herself and then her mom blame it on her. All the while dealing with all the stuff she dealt with growing up with her mom not giving a shit about her and hating her. Come on, man, that's crazy. And then Yoshida lost his mind when he thought Sayu just ran away because of the way Asami put it, man. Asami is such an asshole, but I love Asami, man. She's such a cool character. Even Goto knew what was going on, right? right? Goto knew exactly what was going on. She could see it in his face, and Hashimoto was on it, bro. Hashimoto was the MVP of this episode. He was going like 90, bro, flying through the highway and shit. That was sick. He was like, look, I knew what this was gonna be as soon as it happened. You ain't even have to tell me. He gets a call from Asami, like, oh, we're at your house. And then they pull up and Goto and Asami is there with Sayu. And they told him that Sayu was just trying to go see his workplace and then walk home with him. But all in all, that was an excellent episode. That was an excellent episode. Just to end off with Yoshida saying, hey, you know, I know it's gonna be rough. I know it's gonna be hard. That's why I'm coming with you to Hokkaido. Just to talk to your mom and see what's going on and try to fix things. Let's try to patch it up so that way, you know, I know you're okay and I can go on and live my life and you can go on and live your life and try to become a regular human being. If you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit that link in the description or the red subscribe button, either one to help me towards that cause of becoming a full-time content creator. I now have a month-long extension in order to do this. Let's get this money and let's make this happen. We only have what, 2-3 episodes left of HigeHiro. I'm not sure if it's getting 12 or 13 episodes. I'll have to go check the live chart just to make sure. But yeah, man, we're coming down to the last few and it's gonna get as intense as it ever has been. I will be streaming later, more than likely gonna be working on some stuff. So if you guys want to come and see some cool stuff go down, just go to twitch.tv/DamoSenpai. Link is in the link tree. But as always, it's your boy Damo Senpai and I will see you guys in the next video.